What's going on, everybody? It is another Friday night on the quarantine. And guess what? It's my birthday Eve, so we about to get in tonight, man. Hope y'all don't mind us vibing like we usually do, but I mean, this is what we do, and we ain't about to stop. Especially seeing it's my birthday. Hey, man, while y'all out there, pull up a cup, have a drink with me real quick. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to my mama. I mean, not happy birthday. It's like her birthday, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here.
Okay.
Y'all wouldn't be here with me Friday night. So, y'all should really say Happy Mother's Day again to my mama.
Happy Mother's Day.
What they just said. But yeah, anyway, again, this is the quarantine. I'm Dre.
I am Roz in Migrant.
And I am Henrietta Ivy.
And again, welcome to WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Streaming live on Facebook, Twitch, all them doggone social media networks that's big. So with that being said, I ain't gonna drown y'all out because I mean I can listen to music for the rest of the night. Start with a little announcement real quick. Station stuff. As we battle the COVID-19 pandemic, it's clear that misinformation can be just as deadly as this awful virus and spread just as quickly. Myths are spreading on the internet and social media, so it's important to know the facts to keep our community healthy. The vaccines offered through Wayne County Public Health are scientifically proven to be safe. It's important that each of us get vaccines scheduled as soon as you are able. Station stuff. You can give us a call, 313-355-6018. Hope to hear from y'all tonight, but let's get into it. So, as of this week, the city elections are set, and we moving forward. So again, game on. Game is on. Charter is on the ballot. I believe it's going to be Proposal P.
Yes.
Proposal P. P for the people.
Yeah, I guess that's what the hell it is.
That's what we
I
gonna
just know
call
it's
it.
Proposal P. With Proposal P dropping, you know what's going down. The search for an interim chief, a new chief, or a chief period is on. This thing can go up or down.
A chief for what?
Police.
Okay, just want to make sure you were clear on that. You just
If
said
you're
chief.
in Detroit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But thank you, Rosin. She's just so kind, and it's my birthday. The gas pipeline been hacked. You got people out here putting gas inside of plastic bags now, trying to keep gas or
Yeah,
whatever.
we're going to need you not to hoard.
You
Right.
know,
Need you
one
not to
person
do that.
truck just blew up, doggone.
That's
You
what
serious?
Yeah,
we knew
man.
That's what's going to happen when you hoard
Somebody was
gasoline.
yeah.
And improperly
Driving.
Boom.
what we call combustible
Yes.
fuels.
Oh, it was combustible, all right.
Busted.
Combusted that air. Oh.
See, that's why I love my science teacher. I'm going to go there. Right
Oh,
there.
Should we really be putting so much stock into this whole governor traveling to go see her sick father? I don't know what happened. But you ain't gonna tell me what I can and can't do. But that's me. I'm not the governor. I think Charlie LaDuff and others are just playing the politics thing here for
Agreed.
ratings and likes
Agreed.
and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Charlie LaDuff, respect the guy, respect a lot of his work, but he's been quiet on a lot of things recently.
Yeah.
And I don't know where this is his bread and butter now. So hey, more power to you, buddy. District 2. Like I said, the elections is on. So
Yep.
y'all make sure y'all put Councilman Roy McAllister Jr. back in office. I'm the neighborhood guy. One of. Speed Bump Dre. You know, a lot of people across the city know me. Getting them speed bumps out there. Ain't even my job, but, you know, that's just what I happen to be. So if you want Speed Bump Dre back around, and if you would like to volunteer, you can give us a call at 313-340-2073. We are accepting volunteers to our re-election for Councilman Roy McAllister Jr. District 2 campaign. And I don't always speak like this, but that was important. So I'll go back to my shit. Anyway, what happened to the tiger that was loose in Houston?
Yeah.
Did they find them?
No.
Yeah, but they
Oh my
locked up
God.
his owner. So I thought that an oxymoron.
Guess
But
what?
Let's go there.
Okay.
Y'all find Carol Baskin or the Tiger King and we'll figure out what this tiger is. I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. Just hit them up. Hey, Trump didn't want to get
They
him
gonna
out,
eat
but
the
they need
people
you now.
up. They can't get you. You're not going to vote. They're going to have you ate up.
Hey, man, look. It's a tiger loose,
It's
dog.
a tiger loose and he's hungry. So.
Will District 7 get a rep?
Mm.
And more, all on the days of our lives. But anyway, you know what time it is. It is 8:05 on the birthday show. I'm going to be clowning all night long, so please excuse me. Anyway, we are about to hop into the birthday Roz spot. And I'm about to shoot it right back over to Roz.
Thank you, Dre. I want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in on this hot Friday evening. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to tune in with us. So I'm Rosin M. Ogburn with our Rosin Report. So, once again, we realize our weather is changing. It's getting warm outside. And if you have children, you auntie, uncle, mother, father, grandma, grandpa, you need to do something with your children, right? And so we, as community leaders, we want to encourage that we focus on safe activities. We focus on making sure you watch our children in certain spaces as we go out. But we want to really put a little fire up on our city officials to ensure that the garbage is picked up at the parks. Any other, what we call other debris that children shouldn't see, like liquor bottles. I'm not sure if anybody know these. Somebody had to explain to me that they're these little gray things, and they tell me they're air compressors. But someone else is telling me that they're using them for another way of drugs.
Hold on. We got a call already. Do your thing, though.
We got a few calls.
We got a few calls.
Oh,
Hello, caller?
Hello, caller.
Hello, caller.
Good evening.
Barry White on the phone? Who's
Hello?
this?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. What's your name,
This
sir?
is John Bennett calling.
Oh, hello, John. Thank you for calling in. Yes, we
Not a
got our clocks
problem.
are just a little bit early. I hear that.
Oh,
So
okay.
thank you for
Want me to
tuning
hang up
in.
and call
No,
back?
No. Stay put.
Stay right there. I'm going to close out on our Roslyn report. And so I just
Okay.
want to just uplift the conversation for the cleaning of our parks and our Recs department at a higher level. And we know some of our parks, a lot of people don't know that they've been transferred over to the state. So we want to put a little fire up under them also.
That's right.
We want to tell you to come get the garbage, come get any paraphernalia that may be hazardous to the children in the areas, because we want to make sure our children get healthy activities, but we want to ensure that the environment is safe, that they're playing. And I got to give a shout out that we did do the cuts in the city of Detroit at the the land bank of the vacant lots on time this season, but there's a high level of glass and other things in the community. So as a parent, please don't make me bring my broom and dustpan and garbage bags everywhere I go. To have to clean it up for our children to come out. So that is just a disclaimer and just a request as we go out. So yeah, I'm not that one talking to you, and I ain't talking to you.
No. I just want some of y'all. I want some of y'all parents out there to be grown enough to clean up after your damn self.
And so he closed me out though. See, and
sorry.
that's where I was about to go. And
That's
once
it.
again, if you know you host a birthday party, bring your garbage bag.
And if
Bring
the garbage
your-
can's there,
There you go.
use them.
Use
Thank
them.
you.
And then if you know it's full, I'm gonna keep it 100. If I know it's full, that extra garbage that I gather, I bag that up and take it home to my own.
That ain't what
There
we
it
do.
is.
We leave it right there. That's them empty bottles and broken glass you was just speaking about.
But
It ain't
that's
just
what-
get there because guys say, hey, let there be glass.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what we're talking about.
That's
that,
right.
One, we request the city to pick up the garbage on a timely manner in the parks. But then we also say for
Advanced
those that
disposal.
advanced
Advanced
disposal. Oh,
disposal.
waste management. Which one is that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Update. But for those that use the park, please dispose it properly.
Please.
And then if it is overage, just be kind.
There you
Clean
go.
up. Because it's about the children and our little people about having fun and having a safe, healthy activity.
That's right.
So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll pass it back over to Trey.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Quarantine on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter Live, and
Periscope.
my face. Anyway, we got a special guest here live, and
Yes.
is he still here, Mr. Bennett? You still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you,
How you
Mr.
feeling?
Bennett, for tuning in or calling in this evening.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, Ross, for the invite.
Called in, sounded like Barry White. I thought he came back from there for a minute. I thought somebody about to sing us a
No.
song. How you doing tonight anyway, sir?
That's funny.
Okay, so tell us about yourself, sir.
Oh my God, where do I start? That's always an interesting question when I, talk with people or something. They say, "Tell us about yourself," and I have to remember, been here 58 years. That could take a little while, so I try to search for the shortest version. So
Yes,
let
sir.
me let's see. Let me tell you about my life in Detroit and give you a piece of me as brief as I can. And I'll do the 7th district since that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm running for council in the 7th district.
Yes, sir.
My family moved to what is now the 7th district in 1969. We moved over here when they just began to dig the hole for I-96. In fact, when I was a little fella, there was a time when you could go down into what we called the ditch and walk until it ended. It was just that early in the process. So, anyway, been my whole life basically in what is now the 7th district. My elementary school, Monier Elementary, Noble Junior High. I left the district to go to high school. I kind of balanced the playing field, so to speak, with my family. There's 11 of us, me being the youngest. 5 went to Murray Wright, 5 went to McKenzie in the district, and 1 went to Cody. So I kind of balanced it out, being I was the last one. But I did do my driver's ed at Cody High School. Growing up, I also had a paper route in this neighborhood. So, I've walked these streets for a long, long time. I can remember, and some of you might remember, growing up, we could go to Oakman and Grand River to shop at the stores that were there, Kresge's and Sears, or Grand River and Greenfield to Federals and Montgomery Ward. But anyway, my footprints are all up and down Grand River, all over this district. As I advanced in age, I eventually bought a house here, and I've been living here in my home for 21 years. In the meantime, in between time, I joined and retired from the Detroit Police Department. Been active in various areas. My bailiwick, the area that I've enjoyed the most over the years and given me the most, I should say, as mentoring. I've been doing that for over 30 years, and had a great successes. Some failures along the way, but that's just how life is. Everybody's not a perfect egg, So you're gonna have some things that don't go the way you want them to. So anyway, fast forward. I ran for council in 2009. That was my first time running for council. That was the last at-large election in the city of Detroit. I finished 13th out of some 200 or 300 candidates in that race. I ran again in 2013 in the now first district race in this district against the now former councilman Leland. I lost in that election by 50 votes. I should tell you, at that moment, I didn't think I was going to dive back into the political arena because it was just, I guess I was distraught for a few days, seeing as I lost to a person who I knew was not ethical, let me say, and other things. But that's the way the voters wanted. That's what happened, and we have to live with that. So over the period of years since that time, I've had a lot of people ask me, well, what are you going to do, or if you're going to do it, and early on I would tell them no, but I realized for 2 years and some of the elders in the city that no was not an answer that they were willing to accept. Okay. So I had to change that process. But what got me to this point is their passion, my passion, our commitment, our love for our city, love for this district, and wanting to see things get better. And the battle continues. We've come through a bankruptcy that damaged the city, damaged the residents, damaged city workers, and right now we're just fighting for our place. And it's crazy to imagine we who've been the majority in the city forever, it seems like we're fighting for our place in our city, and that's unfortunate, but that's kind of where we are. So, but we're equal to the challenge, and we're going to do what it takes to get it done. And the one thing I want to focus on as a council person, beyond all of the particular programs and all of that, I think is paramount that we do two things. We hold people accountable, no matter what your position is, what your title is. You're accountable to the people of this city. And the other thing is that we honor our word. If you tell people you're going to do something, you honor that word. And the city in recent times has not honored its commitment and its word to the residents or city workers. And that's something I want to see change. So that's the driving force behind me wanting to pursue this office again.
I thank you for that. Let me ask you, what do you say to people that feel like because you have law enforcement or police background that you might come on council and be just another rubber stamp for policing?
That's a good question. Let me say this to you, and I think my experience in the police department will confirm this. I can't change the fact that I'm black. I was born black.
Yes, sir.
I decided to become blue and wear the uniform, but that never superseded the fact that I'm a black man first. And in my experience and my time with the police department, I fought those battles on a daily basis. And I continue to fight those battles. In fact, before I retired from the police department, I actually wrote the document about the racial issues in the police department. I've always sounded the warning bells about the racial issues in the police department, and there are many. I was co-chair of the Committee on Race and Equality, and before I left, I gave the department a document with 19 recommendations on how they could best go about dealing with racial issues that existed within the police department. They have not done that. Throughout my time on the police department, if my former colleagues could tell you, white or black, it was never an issue and never a question as to where I was going to be as it relates to those issues. So I don't believe in the blue wall. I don't believe in that mindset. If wrong is wrong and right is right, and I'm going to point it out. I'm going to hold people accountable. I did that throughout my career at my own peril. I was suspended from the police department. They tried to fire me. I was actually out of work for 5 years, but I fought to get my job back. But I'm going to stand on what's right, and that's what I've always done, and that's what I'll do at the council table. So it's, the question of me being more blue than black is not even a concern. What's understood does not have to be explained, and people know where I land as it comes to those people who know me know where I land as it comes to those issues.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. One more question. I'll let my sister jump in. Chief of Police. I'm seeing a lot of chatter on Facebook, and your name is a lot of it. Two things. How do you feel about that situation? And if the opportunity presented itself, would you do that?
Would I become the chief of police?
Yes.
You're going to make me cuss on your radio show.
Cuss? This is what shit. I'm an assistant. I just did.
Because it is an appointed role, right?
Yes.
It's an appointed.
Let me say this. I don't want that job. No,
Yes,
I do not want that job. As it relates to, you said, what do I think about the situation? You mean him or his leaving?
I ain't gonna put you on him, so I'll just say his leaving and who you see as possible candidates.
Yeah.
Well, I think his leaving is good. I think it's long overdue. He's been here for 8 years. I quite frankly think he overstayed his welcome by 6 of those years. The police department is not in a better place. In his 8-year reign, we have been the top 2 in violent crime in this country, cities in this country, top 2. crime has gotten worse under his leadership. It hasn't gotten better. In his reign, you have 80-plus officers who've been indicted. In his reign, the narcotics unit has been raided twice under his leadership. Under his leadership, we had numerous racial incidents that occurred within the police department. Under his leadership, there's been no crime plan. Green light is not a crime plan. So we I mean, he's good at the PR end of things, but as it relates to crime fighting, he gets an F in that area. City is no much better than it was when he took the job as it relates to crime. So
Agreed.
I think him leaving is a good idea. I don't, as it relates to his running for governor, if that is indeed his plan, I don't think he has the acumen to do that. And I think when he finally sits down and takes a look in the mirror, he'll realize that I don't have the stamina or the acumen to do that, and I think he'll probably back away. But I think him leaving, it's good for the police department. As it relates to who's coming in, quite frankly, I don't think anybody who's currently there has the skill set to run the police department. And the police department needs a culture shift, and you're not going to get that with the people who are there. So what happens in the long run, who takes over the department, that remains to be seen. But I'm not in favor of anybody who's currently there taking leadership of the police department.
All right, Roz, he ain't sounding like a cop. I mean, but let me pass it over to you.
Okay. Well, since my report was concerning about children and activities, so Mr. Bennett, if you were our counsel for District 7, what would you do to expand activities towards our youth or any programming towards our neighborhood to engage our youth? Because, right now, we need more activities. Even when we just talk about the car driving and recklessness, but we know we want to have more things for our youth to do. And when I want to say make it a wider range. So I say from our youth activities to the high range of 24. So what plans or ideas do you have to implement towards our city?
Well, the first thing we need is a safe city. In order for Detroit to be better, it has to be safe. So that's the first thing we have to focus on. If you want people to come here and to live here and to raise their children here, you have to be in a safe city. The quality of life has to be improved, and it starts with safety. Kids have to be able to play in front of the house without having to worry about getting shot down in a drive-by or a speeding car coming down the street and loses control, that kind of thing. So safety is paramount. And then there has to be investment from the city's part in recreation centers and after-school activities and for those who are a little older, employment opportunities. Detroit's unemployment rate has been astronomical for years, and there doesn't seem to be an effort to train our people in the city for jobs, and there doesn't seem to be an effort to bring job opportunities to Detroiters on a large scale. We don't see any activity in the 7th District. You see stuff going on in Midtown and downtown and some of the other districts, District 2, maybe District 1. But I want to remind the people downtown that this city has 7 districts, not 6. Absolutely. So, we want to be remembered and we want to participate fully in what's going on in the city too. Those things that are good, not just those things that are bad. So I want to see an effort to train our young people. I want to see an effort to provide employment opportunities to our young people. We can do that with the help and assistance of the skills trades. But we have to have a government downtown that's going to be pushing these businesses when they come here to ask for stuff from us, that you bring our people to the table. My tagline in District 7 is, what about us? That's what I say, what about us? So we not only want you to come to the table and promise us, we're going to follow up. There has to be relentless follow-up. I want to make sure that you're going to hire 80% or 50% or whatever percentage you say of Detroiters. I want people who look like me. And I'm going to continue to come back to you and ask you, did you meet that goal? We have to ensure that these people just don't show up at council and ask for things and then walk away, and you never hear from them again, and our people don't get the jobs.
Yeah.
Now, let me
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just thank you for that. Because for those that are not on the west side of Detroit, District 7 Rec Center is on Schaefer and Linden.
Yep.
Right? Well, actually, is it Schaefer closer to Myers? Yeah.
You doing Bustle?
That's
Bustle.
our rec center.
That's y'all rec
That's
center?
No,
our
that's
rec center.
Myers.
So those on the west
How
side,
about we
it's
sharing
five,
that?
it's
y'all sharing
5.5 miles away from our area.
Bustle?
So
That's
thank
on
you.
the border right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It
thank
is.
you for that,
Yeah, it's,
Mr. Bennett, because a lot of people don't know. It's
Yeah.
5.5 miles towards our rec center.
Myers and Linden, yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Okay, go ahead.
let me ask you. Well, actually, you and Roz, since y'all the District 7 reps around here. When it comes to businesses and things like that, being inside of District 7, wouldn't that boil down to the representation that's been there the last few years, not fighting for it?
Oh, absolutely.
I was gonna ask that
Absolutely.
question.
Because if you don't have a person at the table who's pushing for it,
That's it.
pushing for businesses coming, asking for our share of whatever businesses are coming here, or they're coming to the city, or coming to the council table and asking for abatements. If you don't have a person at the table who's pushing for your side of the city, your community, I mean, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Right.
A closed mouth don't eat.
That's it.
So we don't have that person there pushing and saying, hey, if you want to come and do business with the city, I need you to set up shop in District 7. We haven't had that.
That's true.
Go ahead.
That's
You
true.
got. I know you got one. I know you got a shoot.
Go ahead.
No,
Come on,
I'm hearing this. Hi, good evening, Mr. Bennett, and my name is Henrietta Ivy.
Good evening.
Michael Van Tool told me to tell you to give him a call. He says hello. He said
Mike changed his number. I tried to call him the other day.
He said he still live in Ben Lago, whatever that is. Listen, so my question to you is, running for a council seat and being a body of a membership that support the mayor, and if Mike Duggan hypothetically get back into office, how would you stand up against his indifferences with the city? How would you speak on behalf
Well, you know
of the
what?
people for that?
I'm clear on
in
this.
His current administration,
And
seems like
I've
everything
said-
he puts
I'm
across
sorry.
the table, everybody
Go
signs
ahead.
off on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the last part. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go
No, I
ahead.
was saying, how would you represent your district when it comes to the mayor and his allocation of funding for your district?
Sure. Yeah. One thing I'm clear on, and I make clear to people that I meet with across the city, is that if it's not for the people, I'm not for it.
There we go.
And
there.
that's the starting basis. If it's not for the people, then I'm not going to be for it. And you're talking about a person who's been in this city and in this district practically all of my life. So I don't have any allegiance to the corporate community, let's say. Now, understand, I hopefully we can all work together. And the issue that I have, because I went before the chamber the last time I ran for council. Of course, they didn't endorse me, and I'm okay with that. But the issue that I have with the people who let's say, visit our city, those folk downtown, is they don't believe in a win-win. It's like if I'm for something, then I must be against them, or I can't be for something and be pro something else. I have to be anti them. No, there has to be a win-win for everybody. If I can be pro community and be pro downtown, it's not one or the other. It's not either or. So, and I think we have to get people to the mindset where they understand that just because I'm pro community, I'm pro neighborhood, I'm pro black folk, doesn't mean that I'm anti seeing, because I've lived in this city all my life, and we all know there was a time when downtown there was nothing happening downtown. So I'm happy to see it in a much better place, and it's good to see it in a much better place. So when you have family and people who visit your city, you can take them downtown and show them around, all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But what about my neighborhood? Mm-hmm. What about Joy Road and Schaefer? What about West Chicago and Greenfield? Mm-hmm. I mean, what about Davison and mm-hmm. Dexter? Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, this is where we live. I don't live downtown. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we need to be heard. We need to be seen. So when things come before me at the table, my first inclination is going to be, how does this benefit where I live? How does this benefit my residents? How does this benefit the people that I talk to every day, that I live next door to? And that's what I'm going to carry with me every day that I'm working.
I want to ask you one last question.
Sure.
And I'm going to try to ask this to anybody that come in here, because I want one. Amusement park in Detroit, yes or no?
Amusement park
you
in
laughing,
Detroit.
I don't like that answer.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't want, I listen, I grew up with Edgewater. Let me say, I don't do roller coasters. Okay, let me be clear.
We've had one here before, so why can't we not get something back?
If it's beneficial to the city, if it's financially beneficial, if it's beneficial to the community, if it provides job opportunities, all of those things, I have to look at the up and the down. I don't see any, honestly, I don't really see any downside to it. We have a lot of vacant land, first of all. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have a lot of vacant land in the city that's not being used.
Yes, sir.
I guess at that point you need the philanthropic community, or the people, the investors who are going to come in and do that. Mm-hmm. So if it's beneficial to the city and not a burden to the city, mm-hmm. and it can provide jobs and opportunities and things of that nature, certainly. I mean, it's better to have that than to have one gentleman, and this is a free country. You can do whatever you want. He buys whatever properties you want, but it's better to have a diverse group of businesses investing in the city and all of that type of thing. And instead of having one gentleman who owns 90 to 100 buildings downtown, who basically controls, the downtown area like a monopoly board per se. And I ain't mad at him. He that's business. That's how you do it. But if something were to happen with him, and he's been ill health before, where are we as a city when that happens? We've relying a lot on one person to move us forward, instead of several people. So I think that's not, in the long run, that's not good for the city.
No, it's not. And you hit on the note. And I know we're about to get ready to take another caller, John. But specifically, the conversation on monopoly, I want to hit on that.
Dan Gilbert.
If there was a law or if there was a policy or a vote to go across your table, would you vote for or against monopolization of businesses in our community?
Monopoly doesn't serve our community well, just for the reasons I stated. Now, we can't stop this person from buying these properties from other private entities. They could sell who they want to sell. Right. But I should point this out. I think there's like 3 gentlemen in the city of Detroit. Well, they're not in the city. They actually control large parcels of land in the city, in which basically they have a monopoly.
That's it. Yeah.
One of those gentlemen controls the Brightmoor area and the west side over here where we live, Roz, going far west of us. Mm-hmm. And there are like three gentlemen that I remember hearing about who control large parcels of land. And then you had council. They voted to give one gentleman a bunch of land on the east side, and he planted trees, but now that Chrysler is moving on the east side, he's able to sell that land to Chrysler and make a profit, and, all of that kind of thing. Business is business. People, this is how things are done. But at the same time, in answer to your question, although we want a free market society and all that, monopolies can be dangerous as it relates to your city being able to move forward, because if otherwise you're being held hostage by one or two people, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
I just definitely want to thank you for calling in and gracing us with your words of wisdom, your time, your candidacy efforts.
Yes, yes.
And actually keeping it real, man. But we all know some of us get elected and change. So I don't think you're one of those. I've been beaten over my head blindly before, but I don't think that's going to happen again. But anytime you want to, state a claim, talk about something up until the election or past the election, man, you got a voice here all the time. So let Roz know, let me know, Henrietta, however you want to do it. We're here for you.
I appreciate it, and you all have a good night, and definitely, enjoy your birthday. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, sir. That's important coming from a candidate. I appreciate that. You just got to vote for me, but I don't
No
vote
problem,
there,
man.
So never mind. I'm lying.
No problem. I'm a candidate. I can't be on the radio talking about turn up and all that kind of stuff. People, they'll take that and run with it. He's promoting drinking and all that stuff. So but you know what to do. I ain't got to tell you.
People need to get over it because we not sticks. We humans. But I can definitely understand what you're saying.
John, before you go,
Absolutely.
you want to tell us about any upcoming events or opportunities to join the campaign or volunteer or anything like that?
Sure. Roz, at this point, we're on the ground. We're hitting the ground. Nobody's going to outwork us. I promise you that. So we're canvassing. We're in the neighborhoods. We're just on the ground, meeting the people, making community meetings, and doing the things we need to do in our district to let the people know that we're here. If anybody wants to join us, they can go to electjohnbennett.com. All the information on the website. You can sign up there. We'll be more than happy to have you. Our campaign office is at 16234 West Warren. So just, hit us up, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to have you. We're trying to get this done. We're in it to win it.
All right, again, we thank you for calling in tonight. And like I said, you got an open platform here, so thank you again, sir.
You all have a good night now.
You too.
You too. Thank you. All right, now, whoever just called in, you can call on back.
Yeah, call
we appreciate you. I did post call in, but y'all was supposed to wait till John finished talking.
Oh, damn. Oh, I'm sorry.
They back.
This is WJZZ Cool TV, and you are watching the Quarantine live on my birthday. Damn. My birthday show. Oh, they back?
They're back. Hello.
Hello?
This is Erica Murray.
Hello,
Hey, how you doing?
Erica.
I'm good. It's good to see you guys.
Hi, Erica.
Out of this pandemic.
Yes.
Good hearing from you. Glad you was able to call in.
Yes.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Mr. Otis.
Look, thank you, but y'all called me at 12:01 because tomorrow's my birthday.
Him or something. I don't know.
Man, I don't want to be jinxed, man.
You ain't gonna be jinxed. You get your flowers
fuck
right.
around and wake up and I'm coughing.
Bye. You better stop.
All right, look. Hey, I told you I'm having fun tonight. Don't get mad at me. You know the year we've had since last year?
I agree.
Yes.
So I'm going to do whatever I can. Anyway.
Last year this time we were stuck in the house, right?
Yeah, we was.
I got to be professional. Hi, how are you, candidate Mary?
Wait
tell
a
us a
minute.
little bit about yourself.
Wait a minute, Mr. Otis. Don't put on no fake voices for me. We've been in other rooms together. I've seen you turn up.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Don't call me out,
And I
but
know
yes,
Roz
I did. I'm
and
sorry.
love
I
Roz,
apologize.
and I know Henrietta, and we are all family. So
Yes,
let's not
we
play
are.
the
We
game.
are.
All right, so shoot at me. What will tell us about what you're doing and what your upcoming plans are, please.
You know what? You invited me to come on next week to get a little bit more time to explain all of the things. But I am Erica Murray. I've been here in District 7 on my own as an adult for 10 years. But my family on my maternal and paternal side have owned homes since the late 50s and still reside here in District 7. I heard some of the things that Mr. Bennett said, and he sounds a little disconnected to me. I am 37. So I may be a little bit more active in community. But as far as youth activities, Bustle is a tremendous outlet in our community. I'm there every day with Detroit Buckeye Elite for their cheer program. My daughter has participated with PAL and now GEMS. GEMS is coordinated out of the Boys and Girls Club. So there are a lot of opportunities for youth to get out. And as far as the youth employment for the older group, my oldest daughter, who's now 20, she actually graduated through the GDYT program from the age of 14 to 17, and then she transitioned over to the YMCA youth program that employed her under the GDYT funding. But she also got a college scholarship and other monies to attend college to a HBCU. So Detroit youth have opportunities. The issue is getting that information out to community. And so I believe, like I said, I got younger legs, maybe even a stronger back, and I can make sure that the word gets out. I have been doing so much national policy work, state level policy work, but it's all Detroit driven. So I'm ready to hit the ground running here in Detroit in my area. I'm actually sitting outside of Mr. Bennett's office where no one's ever here. I've been trying to walk in and introduce myself.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Erica, so what are your top 3 platforms again?
My absolute top 3 platforms are community safety, education and training for all community members, because we are diverse in District 7. So that includes Muslim Americans and the blight and the trash removal.
Okay. Awesome. Henrietta, any questions?
Hi, Erica.
Look, don't get too
Hey.
deep. She coming in next week. You got her at least.
You got 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
like.
I just want to say congratulations on being a up in the running for this seat in District 7. Although I am not a resident of District 7, I am a resident of all the districts and communities because I want to
Henrietta
see
don't
the
know where she's a
strongest
resident.
people running in these races. And I feel that you are one of the strongest. You're young, you have the energy, and you have the policy knowledge to bring District 7 to its feet and moving forward. So, with that being said, I have a quick question. What is your stance on, and I asked Mr. Bennett the same question, on hypothetically your city council, Mayor Duggan gets back in office. We know the shenanigans that he's doing. We want to get into that. How would you stand for District 7 when it comes down to allocating funding and standing up for that district?
So I've been an advocate for over 10 years. It's my job to hear from community and translate it on the other side of the table, get results in a certain amount of time, and create a measurable amount of change. I feel as though as new policies are created, they have to be culturally specific to Detroit residents, and I want to make sure that not only our district is reimagined, but our city as a whole, because we all are neighbors, and there are certain things that have already taken place, and people have not been held accountable for funding and policies and opportunities that were supposed to hit our community. And so I want to make sure that unapologetically these people are held accountable. They can't just come in with ask without anything in return for our citizens that makes sense, for our citizens based on what they actually want and need.
Awesome. Thank
All
you.
right. Well, I thank you for that, and I've already got you on schedule, so get ready.
Most definitely, I can't wait.
Yeah, so we'll talk to you next week with a lineup of the candidates. We making it hot every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So thank
And
you,
tell people
Erica.
your name again.
My name is Erica, Ericka. My last name is Murria, Murria. I want everybody to say my name and make sure you spell it right.
All
And-
right.
And Erica,
We don't want a Mike Duggan situation.
and Erica,
Absolutely
is there
not.
a way that if someone would like to join your team and volunteer, the way they can contact you?
On Facebook, I respond instantly at Friends to Elect Erica Murria. We have a website, www.electericaMurria.com. Again, that's ERICKAMURRIA.
All right. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
for calling in and joining us this evening.
Yes.
Thank you, Erica.
We look forward to
and
seeing you
we'll
next
talk
week.
to you soon.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All
Bye.
right,
Be
have a
safe.
Blessed
good one.
evening now.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Do we have any other candidates want to call in tonight? I mean, hey, look, I told y'all this about to be a spot, man.
Yes, it is.
I won't
Gotta
be
keep it
here
going.
trying to give you any boring or doom and gloom situations because at this point, you know what it is. Now's the time for us as Detroiters step up to the plate, elect the people that we feel like have our best interests. District 2 re-elect Councilman Roy McAllister, please. Yeah.
They keep it coming.
But no, you know, that's basically what it boils down to. You know, if you want to see progress continue, make sure we stay there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love working for this district. I know he does because if I didn't, he wouldn't have me there. On top of, hey, I got something real important coming up to tell y'all. It'll just be in November. No, December. But it's not right now, but it'll be in December. But it's real important. But anyway, I didn't know that was going to take up a lot of time, but that's cool. We got the charter on the ballot.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So, you watched the meeting. You watched the meeting. I interrupted y'all during the meeting. We interrupted each other during the meetings. But the fact of the matter is, how do you feel about? Have you all? Well, I'm not going to ask y'all that because I know y'all been a part of it. How do you really feel about moving forward with this charter that we're presenting with a mayor and a governor that's basically like supposedly saying this ain't good?
Yeah, so I feel like I need to review back the proposed charter that was presented to look at the budget that they claimed that was put into the deficit. Right? I thought that was going to be broke down and more addressed to us as residents so we can get clarity of what the actual governor denied it for, but we really never got that content as residents. It was just basically discussed from the clerk and the attorney and chair Brenda Jones. They were doing the vote. Basically, you can still move forward and then bring it before the people to vote about it. So they basically laid it in our laps to get educated.
That's basically.
So if we don't know what it say,
but
then we
is that their fault for that? They basically saying, look, it's on y'all to educate yourself.
That's it.
A lot of this stuff, guess what? Your candidates, that's on you to educate.
And brings us back to where we at this evening, right? Why did we bring you two candidates this evening, right? And just to put a disclaimer, we're all three from different districts, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Dre is from 2, I'm from 7, Henrietta's from 1. And
Henrietta don't know where the hell she's from. She's a fucking chameleon.
she moved through the city,
I am one as it stands. And I love it over there. How about that?
Exactly. So, but we say that because the reality is we know we need to know who these candidates are. And we must be educated on what they can do and what they will do, or at least say what they will do.
Right.
And we have to base that on how they move. This is kind of why you don't want to wait till, what I say, 81 days before election.
Exactly.
Now.
We're 81 days before our August election.
Can't say that.
Yep.
Because again, those absentee ballots are dropping soon.
Oh, they drop in June.
14th.
June 14th. So that's what, 2.5 weeks, man?
I was about to say, you
Today
only
the
got
14th.
a few weeks
This is a month.
So that's my point.
30 days.
That's my point. You know there's several districts that you don't have to worry about that. But you have to worry about it in 7. You got to worry about it in 6.
Yep.
Got to worry about it in 4 and 3, I
4
believe.
and 3. Yep.
There's only 2.
So,
5
with that being said, how many people are going to take this time to educate themselves? Or are they going to sit back blindly, lazily, like you know how we do,
and wait till the candidate come to the door?
Not even that.
I'll wait till I get the ballot.
Oh,
Not even that. I know this name.
Name recognition.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's it.
That right there
Who
is
do I
what.
remember? Let me see. I remember that name.
Yeah. And I
done mailed it,
but we
y'all.
don't know what that person has done, will do, or hasn't done, and will never do.
How about probably hasn't knocked on your door in about 4 years?
Oh, since they got elected.
Yeah.
That part.
But again, this
Education
seems to be a
important.
problem that we, as people in Detroit, have to get the hell over. Quit electing these great, luxurious oh, so beautiful names.
Oh, my.
That in 2 to 4 years, you're going to be, oh, man, they ain't doing nothing for me.
Yep.
But then you turn around and elect them again.
Yep.
Or a cousin.
Yep.
Or a brother.
Yeah.
Or a niece.
Yep.
Or an in-law. Just because
Cause
of this
there's
name. People, get off your ass and do your own homework.
Yes.
Matter of fact, look me up now. I'm running for something next year. My name is Eyondra Dewan Armando Otis. I'm that guy with all them names that you probably don't know how to say if you just looked at it. Start doing your homework on me, because I'm coming.
Yeah.
And when I come, you
it.
gonna know.
Yeah.
That's that dude that was real. He did say he had a lot of crazy names.
That's it. Start taking into your, and like you said, and I want to pay you back. We need to know who these people are prior to them running office.
Absolutely.
You can't wait for them to run office and decide to vote for them, because like Dre just said, you're going to start diminishing your belief and faith in the system of voting. Not only that, and in this, your faith will be diminished in thinking anything could change. If you're going to put people back in office who ain't did things for you, how can you expect change? And then say, well, I'm not going to vote because nothing happened. You're responsible for hiring people. So if you own a business and your business is thriving up until a certain point, and the people you hire start to tear your business down, will you rehire these people, or are you going to fire these people?
Absolutely.
You will be killing your own business if you rehire someone who's doing nothing for your business. This is how politics work. This is how voting works. If you know for 4 years that this particular incumbents have not done anything or shown any care for your communities, it is time for you as the citizens to get up and start researching new candidates and feeling and recognizing what are they doing to make your neighborhoods better, and questioning them and going out to the meetings. And let me be clear, when you see these postings come to your door saying that you have neighborhood meetings, attend, please, community, please show up and show out. Let me tell you the difference between the city of Detroit and suburbs when it comes to them. When you go out to the suburbs, I know a lot of us get this idea that, you know, it's so beautiful out there and everything is so clean and you got all the stores and all the, it's thriving. Let me give you a little tidbit on that. They get out, they vote, and they go to their town halls and they go to their city hall meetings every time. They're going to hold their representation of their neighborhoods accountable. If I'm going to say I'm going to vote for you and you're telling me you're going to bring funding to my neighborhood, well, God damn it, you better bring some funding to my neighborhood. Because if you don't, I will mobilize and say, you know what, they lied to us. And let me tell you about the difference between suburbs and Detroit. If you lie to them, they're going to make sure you don't get back in office. They ain't going to keep rehiring you. So with that point being said, get up, go to the meetings, question these people you want to hire. These folks knocking on your doors you ain't never seen before, go to their town halls, see what they're talking about, and get out and talk to your neighbors. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you. And I'll close out with that. Because we're talking about educating about a candidate, I am the candidate for state representative for 9th House
Whoa!
District for 2022.
Yes!
Since we were on the conversation, 19 months, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
See you in August 2022.
And she gets out in the community. This is I can vouch that.
Already
she
out
does
there.
it. She's been doing it. She will continue to do
As
it.
soon as you sit there and say something about being a candidate, I got to change my choice of music.
I was passing it over to you.
I was going to listen to 2 Chainz' birthday song, and here you come. I'm a candidate, so I can't listen to 2 Chainz.
Yes, you can. Birthday flow. Hey.
Not that song I was going to listen to. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This has been another Friday night on the Quarantine with your boy, the birthday boy, Dre Otis.
Yes.
And
Birthday
the sisters, Roz and Henrietta. Hey, man, it was fun. We gonna always keep it fun, no matter what's going on. Best and believe we gonna have a good time because you only get one time to fucking live.
Amen.
Ain't no sense of stressing out all the time and losing your soul and get high blood pressure and your face is gray and your
body is looking crazy.
Your body's starting to wither away. You're looking like a prune and you're dried in the sand beach and all kind of stuff.
Lord.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been great.
It's been great.
Thank you. Love you. Have a good night. Good
night.
Friday. Get educated about who you vote for. And we gonna ride and
we out.
We out. Hey, man, we got a couple of seconds. Y'all got something?
Friday.
Go ahead. Clown. Do whatever.
All right. We want to just give a birthday shout out to Okie.
Hey, man.
It's your birthday.
What's up, everybody on Facebook?
Happy birthday to all the Tauruses. Like, y'all are dope.
Give a shout out.
Y'all
We
dope.
crazy, but we dope.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday to my daughter, Karen Boudreaux.
There we go.
Also, who was just promoted to sergeant. So that's another shout out to her. Happy birthday, baby. I love you, and I really am so very proud of you. And happy birthday to all the Taurus.
the
Y'all, you know, I
Tauruses, all
love
the
y'all.
May babies.
Y'all kind of
Yes.
remind me of Scorpios. We crazy.
But we love
But
good.
we love good.
Yes, happy birthday. And then shout out for all the graduates this season.
Yes.
Too. Ooh, gotta give a
Oh, yeah,
shout
the
out.
graduates, too.
Yes,
All the
everyone in
proms
class
and all
for
that stuff.
2021.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And I graduate next month, June 14th. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.